also. Hey, so we are Dadvocacy live.
Yes. The
in edition. Color, on ice.
In HD?
On ice.
Are we in HD?
We are in HD.
I think we're in 720 at least.
No, we're in 1080. We should be. At least 1080, yeah.
So I'm Ryan.
I'm Tristan. Yeah.
And welcome to episode 10 of season 2. So
episode 10 season 2.
We're rolling through this. So last week was obviously Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And I think you have a live going right
now. I just wanted to make sure I'm seeing it too, because, hey, we don't know what's going on. We're old and we don't get it.
Yeah.
Or we're not old and we do get it. I don't know.
But yeah, so last week is Valentine's Day, or this week, Monday. Yeah. Because we're in February.
Yeah, it was this week. You're right.
Today is only the 17th. I'm still trying to think. I thought it was last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then did you do anything special for anyone?
I mean, not really, no. I mean, I bought stuff and here you go. The usual.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you...
I did flowers and chocolate on Friday because of a work meeting on Monday for her.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
So we celebrate ahead of time, and I made dinner and everything, but I usually cook too, so it doesn't matter. But yeah,
that's not bad then.
It was all right.
Yeah. I came back. I was hustling around on Monday. I took it off because I have an event this weekend. I'm working.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that. But yeah,
doing a home and garden show,
golf show.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
even better.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a bunch of drunk dudes like.
Dude, I'm totally okay with that.
Trying to get free stuff,
drunk goggles and all that stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have.
There you go.
I think we're gonna have a blast. Actually, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, I just Valentine's Day was. I'm not super huge on it. I always do something.
I'm not either.
I have these great ideas.
I like being special all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of like one day celebrating how good of a significant other you are is kind of lame, but
hopefully you're doing it all year round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But so it was funny because I went out and everybody was rushing around. Everything was gone. Like shelves are depleted. I wanted to do what I told you about.
Yeah.
That was my goal.
About buying the old school ones?
Old school, yeah. I wanted
to go to Super One to find them because I had to like rush over the weekend to find them.
I couldn't find any over here though.
Really?
Yeah, none.
Huh. I found them in Super One in Coeur d'Alene was like where I found them because I had to get them for Owen's class.
I went to Fred Meyer in Coeur d'Alene and there was
oh, they had none, dude. They were gone.
Dude, they had Sour Patch Kids.
That was about it.
That was the version. It was, but it was like totally tart and sour and they're kind of fun.
Such a sweetheart.
Yeah. I would have been prepared, but like Friday immediately after work, I left.
Yeah, you went to... Hey, how was that, by the way?
Dude, it was cool.
Was your kid stoked that you went?
Oh, dude, he had no idea. So
that's awesome.
I had my daughter go up to his hotel room and get him and bring him and be like, we're going to breakfast, right? And so I was sitting there next to his girlfriend's mom. And like quite literally, he sees me and he was like, nope, I'm not doing this. And he turns around because he was going to cry. And I'm like, that's my kid.
Yes.
That's my kid.
That's awesome.
Dude, it worked exactly the way I planned.
They do well.
Like, I totally wanted that, yeah.
That's great, though. That's exactly what you wanted, and I'm sure that he will forever remember that. So
I'm turning our volume up, dude, because I feel like...
I got a little live in my headphones, and I felt...
How's that? I'm turning your headphones down.
Now I'm down in my headphones.
You feel good?
A little bit higher.
I don't want us yelling at each other.
That's good right there.
But I noticed in the last one, we were cutting out a little bit, so I was like, no, I want to make sure we're picking this up a little more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I've been loud. So, dude, here's my issue with holidays now. And I hope some people are on board with me a little bit. Back in the day, Valentine's Day was because you showed up at school.
Yeah.
Right? like you didn't get anything else any other time.
No.
Your parents didn't get you crap.
I would get maybe a chocolate heart.
Okay. Oh, okay. One little thing, right?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. But now I see like these crazy opulent handbags and gifts and randomness. Like growing up, Easter and Valentine's Day was just Easter and Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Like Easter, you get some candy.
Maybe you went to your family or reunion of some sort in Easter, right?
Yeah. Hang out, have dinner, Easter egg hunt, that was it. Yeah.
But now I'm seeing like parents buying their kids like, here's a tablet from the Easter Bunny. And I'm like, mother effer doesn't have his electrical degree. That's not how it works. You don't get
Easter Bunny work at Best Buy now, and he's giving discounts. Like
literally, that's what it feels like. That it drives me flipping bonkers, right? And like on Easter, I was like seeing those things where like single moms and stuff were giving their kids like these opulent things of gifts and candies, and I'm like, first, I know you can't afford that crap, so stop doing it. But What happened?
Do kids, I mean, honestly, like, do you
What happened?
remember? Like, I don't remember, like, it's like we try to make every holiday Christmas now. And the only thing I really want to do, and like, maybe this is like, get off my lawn guy, me, but like, I feel like the participation trophy generation is now ruining holidays too.
Oh,
like,
totally.
You think that every holiday, like, here, Happy President's Day. Here's your President's Day basket.
Yeah.
Like, here, you get every president that's on one of the bills. So have fun with all of these. Congratulate, like, happy President's Day. I'm gonna give my kid cash.
We learned from Valentine's Day that not everybody was special.
Yeah,
That's horrible. That's so bad to say.
Valentine's used to be like not everybody got, like, in your class would get one.
There would be.
Do you remember that?
Dude, you would have the crappy envelope thing that you made.
Yeah.
Right? And it
Or
would be
a shoebox. Bring your shoebox in.
Yeah.
We're going to decorate it. Yeah.
taped to the side of your desk or whatever. And then people would walk by and put your, like, the stupid little cards in, which are amazing now. I love
Yeah.
those. And candy, right?
Yeah.
In the super hot chicken class, she was probably like a 7 or a 6.
Stuff the
But
box.
she was the hot one. And she had the massive, it was packed, right?
Oh, yeah. It would look like a Democrat ballot box on. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
But then like,
2020 election.
the nerdy kid would get like barely anything, right? And if she was cool, she'd be like, oh, you know, and she was handing out all the stuff
Oh,
to everybody.
here's yours without candy. Like,
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day. Don't think I like you.
Or the nerdy kid was the kid with the rich parents, and he'd come in with all sorts of stuff, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
my
like
dude,
cupcakes
you know?
and stuff too. And like mom went
Yeah.
to like, yeah.
I imagine your mom did that because you guys had a bakery.
We sold the bakery though before I was in like first grade.
Oh, okay, well, then never mind.
So
I mean, we were poor,
she
so
would
we didn't do
she'd
that.
make cookies, but like it would be, you know, if we're having a party,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be just like, here, everybody gets a cookie just because.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, like, but you learned how to navigate those feelings. Oh, I get it. I didn't get much. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. When you do that, you set your kids up to understand these things. We have to challenge them.
You know, I understand that, like, you don't want kids being left out to where you get like the smelly kid gets one, right? And I say that, but
There was always a smelly kid who like ate glue. Everybody
has one. And you
remembers
probably
him.
remember their name. And probably now they're somebody's boss,
Maybe.
or they're in jail, like,
Maybe.
or they went in the army.
What was the dude's name in Revenge of the Nerds that smelled? Booger? It was a Booger. Booger was gross. I imagine Booger still smells to this day.
Yes,
The actor, because he
Okay.
has that voice.
yeah. Wasn't he also in Blazing Saddles as Mongo? Or was that a different guy?
I'll have to look it up. I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
I can't remember if it's a different guy or the same guy. Him probably a different guy because Blazing Saddles was made in like the early 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, the only thing I got from like Valentine's Day or Easter was like cavities.
That's
Like,
it.
Here, get candy. Here you go. Like,
That's all you
sweet.
get, right? That
All
was
right.
it. I mean, and that was everything, and it was perfect.
Which I love, the Cadbury eggs, the solid chocolate ones.
Oh, the solid chocolate. Okay.
Yeah, not the cream eggs that like
Mm-hmm.
has the weird commercial that they still show to this day, and everybody can probably quote it because you've seen it for 30 some odd years.
Yeah. Well, no, totally.
The lion like trying to lay an egg.
I didn't see it at all this year.
I haven't seen it yet.
So my favorite thing is the Valentine's hearts. I flippin' love those.
Okay, I like the sweet tart Valentine's hearts,
See, I like the
not the ones
those were
made from
too
chalk.
much.
Not
I like the
ones
chalk ones. Totally love the chalk ones. And then no matter what time of year, the orange chocolates, you know, you have to smack and then they
See, like I never
Oh,
got into those,
bomb.
but I know a lot of people that love those.
love those. My daughter, it's her favorite thing. So every Christmas, I'm like, you have to have it every Christmas, right? But I mean, like, I'm trying to
Gotta get a
figure out.
Russell Stover chocolate box.
Oh my gosh, though you're fancy. The Seas Candy one in the mall. They don't do those anymore.
You're high rolling.
I know, but I haven't seen.
I think they have one in the mall in Coeur d'Alene again.
But it's not like its own store. It's like right in the middle of everything.
I want to say it was open around Christmas. I saw people in there.
Huh? I'll have to check again.
Coeur d'Alene Mall's like actually booming again.
Just making life happen.
Somebody bought
Thank
the guy
you,
that
Black
owned,
Sheep.
Yeah, Black Sheep bought it, and now there's things in there again. So
Yeah.
cool.
So, but I'm trying to figure out the more opulent stuff we give our kids. I feel like there's no benefit. We're not setting our kids up to learn money management because clearly you as a single parent are not giving them what they need. They're going to feel like they're required to do this to their kids also. even if they can't afford it, which is going to put them under more. And it's like, where do we win?
It's like, let me be generous if I want to be generous. Don't shoehorn me into spending more money for every like class holiday party that you want to have for like whatever reason. Like,
and I mean, we are kids, so we totally understand that. Yes, we want to do
parties
that,
are rad
right?
for elementary
they
school
are.
kids. They're great. Like, don't get me wrong, but like,
and as parents, we want to, but we've got to look at it and go, well, what's better, food?
Yeah.
Or your random party that's not going to be worth anything.
Yeah, especially if budgets are super tight. And
well, as single parents, they are super tight. That's how it works, right? I don't know, man. But I remember Jonna. She was in elementary school, and she was like the super hot blonde with amazing hair and blue eyes and the best smile on the planet, and was super, super nice. Do you ever talk with somebody in school, and you're like, what was that? And they say it again, and you're like, huh?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I mean, huh? Yeah.
When they say it like 5 times, and pretty soon you're like, okay, yeah, because you didn't catch it at all. Like, were we deaf in school? Like, what the hell was our problem?
So,
like you couldn't differentiate all the voices in the class, and it was just like the one person talking to you, and that could have been the point where they were like, "Do you like me?" And you're like, "What was that?"
The other one, like I would say too, would be not to get crude, but like males only they have 2 brains and only enough blood to run one at a time.
That's not very crude. You should have said something worse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's our podcast. Nobody cares. We say what we want here. It's the Dadvocacy podcast.
So in those terms, then yes, like, you get love drunk, I guess is what you would call it, right?
Yeah,
I mean that's what it is, isn't it? Like, I don't know.
It's weird. Do you ever date somebody in elementary school that like you didn't want to date, but it was kind of like peer pressured?
Nope, because I didn't have my first girlfriend until I was out of high school. Actually,
Oh yeah,
I was smart. I saved a ton of money.
Yeah, but you don't really date in elementary school. You're just
No,
like,
you
you're like,
go
"Oh,
out
we're
with
going
somebody.
out."
We're going
But
out.
that doesn't mean anything at all. Yeah.
Like, I had a buddy that was going out with like 3 girls at one time and was waiting until one of them found out, and then he could pick which one he actually wanted.
That's classic elementary school.
So sleaze
That's
bag,
freaking
too,
hilarious.
though, but-
No, I love that crap. I think that's amazing because,
like, they weren't even kissing or anything. It was just like they're going out, and
yeah, that's it.
it's like to say
Nothing
that you're
special.
like, I'm like, why can't you have a best friend then? Like, why can't you have friends? Aren't you just friends then?
That's all you are.
No, we're going out. I'm like, are you?
I think that, when we're young, we want to grow up so bad
Yeah.
that we try and place labels and things in order to go like, oh, I'm more adult because I've got a girlfriend. We're going out. And you had to ask her too, do you want to go out? And that's why you did it. Yeah. And like nowadays as adults, you're like, did you want to Netflix and chill? And then if you hit it, you're like, okay, we're kind of dating, sort of, maybe. Right? And you just continue with that attitude, and you're just Netflixing and chilling. And you're like, oh, this is great, but we're not defining it really because maybe we want an open relationship or something. I don't know.
I've never been there.
I'm
but
assuming that that's how people do it now. Like,
Yeah.
my friend, he was telling me he was like in a polyamorous relationship, and
Whoa.
I'm like, I don't even understand how that works, dude. Do you like meet the emotional needs of each person, or does that mean you're just sexing everybody?
Yeah, I would say it's probably the former. Like,
And then like, if you are in that relationship, and I'm not here to judge, whatever, right? I know that you have your own feelings on this, which is I'm like I'm gonna leave it open, but I'm gonna go like, I don't understand. Like, what if she gets jealous that you're giving too much to the other person, or vice versa?
that's why you don't do it. But
Does it work? Or does she go, oh,
name
I've gotta
one
suck it up?
person. Name one person that has ever had a successful relationship with multiple people.
Well, I can't because I don't know people that do that a lot.
I don't know any. I'm clipping, by the way. I can see my audio.
Don't even look at that.
Okay.
Well, no, that's the wrong line.
Okay.
Don't look at that. It's this little black line right here that's doing the thing
Okay.
that you can't see because your glasses aren't on. Ryan's too cool for school.
I'm trying to look cool
You look-
without like having reflections go everywhere off of my
Dude,
glasses.
did you notice that Appa's gone?
I did.
Let me introduce you to the doctor. That's David Tennant.
Is it?
Yeah, my friend Monica and Lang, they were like, hey, which Doctor Who guy do you like? I'm like, oh, David Tennant. Everybody loves him. So this lady stitched freaking David Tennant.
I was
Look at
going to
this.
say it was like Bob Saget circa 1993 America's Funniest Home Videos.
You don't get out much, do you?
I do. I know what Doctor Who is. It's fine.
Hey, we're going to put him right here. It's like, yeah, that's all right.
Sure.
Quit looking at yourself.
Why not?
It's
It's gonna make me all paranoid.
it will too. That's the problem. I mean, I don't know. Elementary school was interesting. Okay. Did you ever make a best friend in elementary school or high school?
Yeah.
Did you have to fight that person first?
No.
Did you ever fight somebody to become friends after that?
Yes.
Do girls do that too?
I don't know. But like, yeah, it was like, all right, you've earned my respect.
And now you're like friends.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's all good. Like, that's the weirdest thing, because I was talking about that with Junior the other day, and I'm like, dude, and he had to fight some guys, and they were friends. And I'm like,
we're still friends on Facebook to this day.
that's so amazing.
It's so funny. Like,
That's
I'm
so
like,
funny.
you remember 7th grade when I hit you with a chair?
You too? Right?
Well, I didn't really hit him with it. I'm more like, he was being super annoying and actually very crude to a couple of girls that I was friends with.
And you were that guy.
I wasn't having it.
Okay.
And I had dumped him out of his chair, and then like from the front of the chair, like pulled up on the bottom, so it like rotated and landed on top of him.
So I was
And I immediately like said like, you can go and stay there. And I went ahead and like, the teacher wasn't even mad. And I went ahead and walked to the office expecting that she was gonna like report me and call me down to the office. She never did. I'm like standing in the office like, what'd you do? And I'm like, I pushed down this kid and put a chair on top of him, and they're like, go back to class.
So I'm in choir at Clackamas High School.
Okay.
I had just moved up from California.
Got
I'd moved back
some
from
things
California.
to prove.
Well, I just moved back because I lived with
It's
my
like
dad
being in
for
prison,
a
you
little bit.
gotta like start a fight on the first
Basically,
day.
that's how it was. Yeah, sort of. But no, I wasn't the new guy like that. But I had moved back to Oregon from California because I missed my little sister too much. I'd never been a single kid before, so it was tough, right?
Yeah.
And it was nothing against my dad. Emotionally, it wasn't okay for me. So, moved back, and I'm sitting in choir class, which I take very seriously. I love choir. It was my favorite class, right?
Sure.
And there's this black dude behind me, mouthing off and being a schmuck and freaking just going to town, right?
Yeah.
So I stand up and I'm like, dude, just shut the hell up. Let's do this, right?
Put up or shut up.
And I sit back down. And so homie's buddy leans forward and he starts cracking his knuckles, right?
Uh-huh.
So I do the one fist crack all my knuckles at one time in front of his face. I'm like, no. So Alfonso gets up and he throws a chair at me and I'm like, block it off, right?
Yeah.
So we jump down to the middle of, because everybody's in choir, right? So we're in the middle of the floor. Everybody's watching us.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to, but I ninja pose. Not like Power Rangers, but I'm trained, right? So I do what I do, right? I'm trained. And Alfonso looks at me and he's like, what? And so he gets in his little pose. And I didn't know he was trained also.
Oh.
So our choir teacher,
Did you
Mr.
have
Davis.
like a ninja fight?
Almost, dude. Our choir teacher, Mr. Davis, pulls us to the side. And he's like, we need to talk about this, right? Mr. Davis is a bomb. He puts us back in this room. And
Did you start
Alfonso's
singing
like,
going, whoa, whoa, whoa.
that would have been so cool, dude. That would have been so cool. Would have been epic, actually. Super epic.
Kung Fu fight.
Yeah. We're having a sing-off. But, yeah, could you? That'd be so fun.
Start talking smack, but you make it look like it's dubbed over like an old Kung Fu movie.
But he puts Alfonso and I back in this little room, and he's like, deal with it.
Nice.
And Alfonso's like, dude, do you know martial arts? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do you? And he was like, well, yeah. And I'm like, let's talk martial arts now. So he became my best friend. Literally, like at that moment, we were best friends.
Did you even throw it like...
No, we didn't have to.
That's
And
so
then
funny.
later on, he found out that my parents had owned the gym called the Health Habit in Clackamas. And so we would go there and practice and free spar and go crazy and just best buds at the
That's
time.
awesome.
Just like it was super
That's
neat.
awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the one dude that I got to fight with actually listens to our podcast once in a while.
that's so cool. No, I think it's weird that men, we have this innate ability to be dumbasses and start things, but out of the dumbassery becomes greatness.
Well, I think it's... I don't know. It's a lot like... I don't want to like dumb us down so much to say that we're like a wolf pack or whatever, but like you always have the sparring for like the top rank, and then like you can function together after that. Like after it's over, it's like, yep, we know the pecking order, we're good.
Well, I mean, it's like a household. You have to know where you stand in the pack to know what your position is.
Sure.
I really think that's just how it is. It's human nature.
Yeah.
So I feel like, okay, because I knew a couple alpha in the wrong way girls, right? They were super dominant and violent.
The bad bees.
Yeah, I feel like that girls they don't become friends after a fight because there's only so much hair you can rip out of somebody's head
Dude,
before they just cut it off. They go, no,
One of the best
never
fights
again.
I ever saw was two of those girls. Like, it started in the hallway, went up the ramp, out the front doors of the school, down the stairs, across the street, and down. I mean, like, it was like watching Peter Griffin and the chicken go at it.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was awesome.
That's amazing. That's holy crap, dude. That's crazy. I had a very speckled past, so there's a lot of fighting in my ute.
Ooh.
I know I haven't always been this upstanding citizen.
The mean streets.
Well, sort of. Dude, oh, so by the way.
The military straightened you out.
Look at that. Feel this.
It's pretty heavy.
Well, it's full of water.
Okay, but it's also heavy duty.
There is liquid in it. But do you feel the tactile?
Yeah.
That's a Starbucks cup.
Weird.
I was at one
It's
time.
almost more slippery being like this.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It has little triangle divots in it, dude. You're not supposed to just palm a. You're supposed to hold a cup. Anyway, check this out. This is super. Like, how amazing is that?
It's cool.
I don't ever buy Starbucks crap. Besides, when I'm going out,
I
whatever.
have like one mug that I love that's a Starbucks mug.
But I saw this thing and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to touch it. And as soon as I touched it, the whole tactile, it just feels good.
You like
Take
got
your
warm?
entire palm and do that. Just feel
I
your.
know. It's like, that's what
Kind of gives me the little
goosebumps?
Yeah, it kind of.
Yeah.
It's freaking weird, but I love it. I was like, this is the bomb. I need this thing.
So did you watch the Super Bowl?
Sorta. I show up for the commercials and the halftime show.
Halftime show.
And
I liked the halftime
did you?
show.
Okay,
I liked everybody but Kendrick Lamar.
Was he the black dude I didn't recognize?
That had like all the other dudes dancing with him that said like Dre Day or whatever.
Yeah.
That was really weird. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
it really
but,
was.
But like, I was expecting the reincarnation of Tupac. I thought he was going to come back from the dead.
Wasn't he on top of the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
There was an image I saw of like a picture of a dude standing on top of the Super Bowl or the actual roof and looking out at the sunset, and it totally looks like Tupac.
Really?
Yeah. So here's my thing. I'm watching the halftime show, and I'm like, who is that? Macy Gray? Who the hell? No, it's not
Mary
Macy
J.
Gray.
Blige.
It was Mary J. I didn't know for sure because I was like, whoa, she looks different, right?
Yeah. I mean, for 51 years old, she didn't look bad.
Yeah, she was doing all right. She was all right for sure.
Most of them look the same. I mean, Snoop looks the same. Like that dude has not
Eminem
changed.
came up, and I was like, sweet, Eminem, right? I mean, he's always solid.
Yeah.
I wondered, was he live or was he not live? And this is my question because when I worked as a bouncer, you always took the batteries out of the microphones because they couldn't rap. They were too trashed, right?
Yeah.
Eminem, I think you can do it real. I mean, legit. I mean, I would say, yeah, but it sounded too clean to me. Everything sounded spot on. And when you hold a mic over your mouth like this,
No, they were all
You real
dubbed.
cover up.
I'm almost positive they were all dubbed. And the reason being was that you could notice it actually notice. It was pretty noticeable
and some people, yeah.
with Dr. Dre at
Yeah.
the very beginning.
Oh, dude, yeah. And then Dre, why the hell was he standing over a freaking mixing board doing nothing? Really? You
don't
couldn't
know.
just hang out with your boy? You would be like, give me.
So they missed
That was stupid.
and they missed an opportunity with like the set design and everything, how it was supposed to look like a block party, you know?
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah.
I thought it was like,
It was supposed to be, it was like a neighborhood, right?
oh.
It was supposed to be like a block party. They missed like putting a couple trailers in there and throwing it on the back end and be like 2 trailer park girls going around the outside.
looked
And like
like
they
a
could have had
freaking-
Eminem and it would have been like
It looked like a concentration camp
Kinda.
made out of Connexes.
kinda. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell am I looking at? So I
Especially
had
when
no clue.
50 Cent showed up and he's like weighing 350.
Dude, I missed it.
Upside down.
I missed him singing. I just saw him sitting there and I was like, why is 50 just chilling?
It's like we all wanted Tupac. What did we get? 50 Cent upside down. Like,
And I understand the classic wife beater. I get it. That's his look. But why not put on a bulletproof vest or something to hide that fluff a little bit?
he looked. Have you seen Django Unchained?
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson's character in there. That was 50 Cent.
I just didn't get it.
Kind of had that character look.
And so it was cool when Dre hopped on piano and actually played. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right. Props there, Dre. I mean, I get it, right?
Tell you, the drummer, dude, like he was having a ball.
Oh, he was totally the best guy there.
Yeah, like that was a mood.
Yeah.
Like that guy was.
He was,
awesome.
he was super cool.
Yeah,
Having Snoop pop out, Snoop has always been Snoop. He'll never not be.
yeah.
It's like Cheech and Chong. Maybe that's what marijuana does to you.
Just makes you pickle and you just kind of stay there.
And
Like
I
it's
love
embalming fluid.
I love how Snoop has he always does a crip walk.
Yeah,
That's his dance.
yeah.
Always. At least I assume it's Crip Walk. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. No, it is.
I'm
And
almost 100% sure. That's what he
I was
does.
wondering, I'm like, man, like if they really wanted to go all in on like that like mid 90s hip hop scene, like to early 2000s.
There's so much more they could have done.
I know. There was instead
So
of like,
much
why'd
more.
you bring Kendrick Lamar in there? You could have had like P. Diddy, you could have had Mace.
Yeah.
You could have had like your pick, right?
Dude, so I would have done
You could have had Dre.
who did Song? Cisco.
Cisco.
I would have had Cisco because his backup on everything would have bled into every song. He could have been like done his singing thing the entire time.
Have like Mo Bega.
Yeah, like dude, it would have been great, right? Freaking what's the dude with the big old clock on his chest?
Flava Flav.
Yeah. How great would he
So
been?
where was Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Like Ice Cube would have been like, dude's from LA.
I mean,
right?
why didn't they try and find the whole NWO group?
NWA?
No, NWO.
It's NWA.
Was NWO?
Yeah.
Oops.
With attitude.
I just took my gangster out of it. I'm
NWO would be WWF.
My bad. I'm sorry.
WWE,
Pete.
yeah.
I mean, I do like. I was like, no joke. I was bumping to Easy.
I was like, you want to bring in like Hulk Hogan and Sting and Diamond Dallas Page?
Why not? Have them all wrestling while the halftime show's going.
Dude, that would actually be awesome.
Freaking sick.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely
$1
awesome.
Million Man, Ted DiBiase running around.
I mean, and it probably wouldn't have cost very much. Let's
Shawn
be real.
Michaels, like, dude, it'd
They'd
be
have been like,
awesome.
okay, we'll do $10,000 a person. We'll do the show. It's no big deal.
They would
You can have
all
some
do
artists.
it. They would all do it. Like, oh, what? Like, I can lay off the roids for a week. I can do this.
Just to legit. Yeah, it would be so cool. It'd be so freaking. Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
you imagine like the walkout? They'd start playing everybody's walkout music as the halftime show. Would be like people would lose their minds, like the Undertaker.
That'd be so fun, dude. That'd be so fun. I don't know. I mean, so okay.
You would have had a useful use of The Rock instead of whatever dumb thing he did at the beginning of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, what was he in it?
Yeah, he was like announcing it, and it was super
Oh, I missed the
campy
beginning.
and dumb.
And,
It
okay,
was
so that's
lame.
why there's random weird, stupid looking TikToks about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel like they tried too hard.
Yeah.
I don't know what's it's.
Dude, I was thinking like you're in LA, you want to like how much cool music has come out of California? Like you could have Blink 182. You could have had like Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's a bunch of stuff that was there that like could have been there. But Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I honestly
And Eminem's from Detroit, but like, and I get it, Mary J's from eastern part of the U.S., but yeah.
I feel like since Snoop now owns Death Row
Yeah.
and Dre owns Afterlife or whatever it is,
Something. I'm trying to remember.
right?
Yeah.
How many people could they have been like, well, you're in contract, you're going to show up?
A lot.
And there's a lot of freaking artists.
There's a lot of artists.
There's a lot. Because Eminem signed to Dre's label.
Dude, they could have had like,
Yeah, before Eminem created his own label.
they
Like,
could have had Warren G.
is Warren G alive still?
I don't know, but could you imagine like, regulators?
Dude, could you pull out,
Down up.
take away freaking The Rock, and literally just have Warren G yell it out to start it all off,
Oh, that would have been awesome.
and then
oh, dude.
I'm getting tingly thinking about that.
I want to go play.
I know,
Like,
freaking how amazing would
oh,
that
it
be?
would have been awesome.
Oh my freaking!
They should have
God.
hired us to plan the Super Bowl halftime show, and they could have
Like-
saved millions.
The issue is that they're trying to market. They're trying to be well. Let's get the younger crowd. Let's get the younger crowd's not doing
No, they
crap.
went
I'm
after
sorry,
the people
guys.
spending money. Dude. They went after our generation.
And they could have done it better
Yeah, they could have.
because
Dude,
Mary J.
they could have Bone Thugs.
Yeah, I know. Legit. Did they? Dude, I would have gone like Bone Thugs, Boys to Men.
I don't
No.
know if I'd Boys to Men a halftime show.
If you cross them over, hell yeah, you could. How many people love Boys to Men? Just hand.
yeah, but who's going to be at a Super Bowl and want to hear Motown Philly
But if you mixed it with
singing somebody else's song? Maybe.
no, if you you could mash them up all day long, easy,
Okay.
easy. And at the very end, Water Runs Dry because they're done. I flipping love Water Runs Dry. That's a great song. I don't know. I think it could have been so much better. So they tried to play nostalgia. It worked and didn't work all at the same time.
I like all the people that are like about 3 years older than you and older hated it. But like from your age, like mine through like the mid-20s, thought it was the coolest thing ever.
It was, I mean, like it was good. I loved the nostalgia part, but I just like,
Yeah.
they just didn't pull it together right. That was the issue.
It wasn't as bad. Like I didn't
Well, and
like
Mary
the
J,
Weeknd. Yeah.
is she still even relevant? I mean, okay, I'm sorry, that's awful to say. What has she done
Pay a lot
in a long time.
Pay a lot of money in alimony.
Yeah, but beyond that, in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, has she been? She probably not been a mom. I don't know. Which cool. I mean, but they could have had like.
Well, she needed to do it for the alimony.
Yeah, I'm sure. But they could have brought in some other like.
Yeah.
Like Christina Aguilera. If you want to go like early 2000s, you could have brought in like Christina.
You pull everybody.
You just let Britney out of whatever purgatory. Like bring in Britney Spears.
Britney's making TikToks and weird dancing videos. Have you seen those?
Emphasis on the weird.
Yeah, like a lot. Not okay. But let's undress Mary Jane metaphorically.
I was gonna say I'm not going there because we're not gonna go wardrobe malfunction.
No. Janet would have liked it. Mary J, just pop a nip.
Dude, that one was planned. I don't care what you say, that was not accidental.
Absolutely planned.
That was absolutely
because
planned.
Nobody wears a stupid thing around your nipple unless you're going to show it off.
Yeah.
So dumb. So dumb.
There's my Foley artist of paper or fabric ripping.
Okay, so Mary J pays whoever, her ex, I guess, right?
Baby daddy.
She pays $30,000 a month in alimony.
Ugh. How well was she doing when that order was written?
I mean, I knew that Mary J was, she did great
month.
for a while, but like, it's not like it lasted for like 20, 30 years.
No, she's not still cranking out music now either. There must be some serious royalties that she's getting because dang.
Yeah. But Mary J literally said, hey, the reason I go on tour is because that's how I pay for my alimony. She doesn't make enough to pay alimony and survive.
No.
And is she living out of her means? Possibly. Who knows, right? But the question is that when you start giving people $30,000 a month, $360,000 a year.
I want to know
what are you doing with that freaking money?
Yeah, I want to know what Nick Cannon knows with all 8 of his babies with different baby mamas.
And I doubt they divide it up evenly. Like this, that's why he's still working probably.
Dude, he's still like, he's saying like, I'm going to have more babies with more women. He's like, the world needs more of my thing. Dude, it's weird, gross.
We don't need more Nick Cannon.
Grody.
We don't.
But
hey,
like,
you know what I just thought of?
What's up?
I'm going to put my phone on vibrate. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, so you don't get called by your buddy
by Dustin again.
The 3rd episode in a row.
But okay, so here's my question, right? She pays $30,000. Leo and I were talking about another a basketball player, I think, or a football player who's paying $40,000 a month in alimony.
Tristan Thompson, I want to say, is paying almost like $100,000 or something like that. It's something ridiculous.
We're normal people.
Yeah.
I can't fathom anybody having to pay. I mean, what the?
Well, and they base it off
lifestyle.
Of your well, and the thing about this way too, how child support's issued, it's based upon your income at the time of the order, and it's either guaranteed. Like some states, it can be guaranteed for the life of the kid. Other states, it's guaranteed, but it has to be rerun every 3 years.
But my question, it still does not make any sense at all.
It does, like
these. So okay,
what about raising your kid requires $30,000? That's spousal support at that point. Like,
but what spouse needs $30,000 to live? Are they just doing nothing?
Like money? Like, I don't know.
This is what promotes women.
They like to party.
And I'm not saying all women. This is what promotes some women to go, I'm going to have sex with a basketball player because I know if I get pregnant, I can make this kind of money.
They've actually, it wasn't Tristan Thompson's situation. It was another one, and I'm trying to remember who it was. It may have been DeMarcus Cousins or somebody like that, and don't quote me on this. But went through it and then went to court, and the judge said, no, you're just trying to extort money out of the guy. I'm going to give you normal child support. There you go.
Which is how it should be.
Because he wanted more time.
Well, I mean, the dad should step up and go, look, I make all this money. I'm going to take care of my kid, right?
Yeah.
That should not be a paycheck. It's a baby.
Yeah, they had found text messages that she was bragging about hooking up with him, and she was going to ride that gravy train.
That's all. 90% of them do that. She was just dumb enough to get caught, right? But I mean, like, seriously, if there should literally be a marker that says, look, you can't get more than this for child support no matter how much a dude makmakes.
This involves a human, and this is the part that's like so sad in all this, is it involves a human life, like a kid, you know?
Well, dude.
And I want to be cognizant of like the situation. It's like mom, shame on you for exploiting the fact that you had this child to get money from him. Dad, like if you want to be a dad, be dad, right?
Yeah. And what if they do want to be a dad, but now they're paying $30,000 a month in child support?
Yeah.
Where is there any place on this planet that you would need to make $30,000 a month to live? Even in Hollywood, can you think of a place?
If you lived, I could make jokes right now, but like, if you're trying to pay rent in Coeur d'Alene,
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, think about it. So if you made, even if you made $5,000 a month take home, that is a crap ton of money still.
Yeah, you're still making around $50,000 a year.
No, we're talking take home. So you're making an easy $60K no matter what. That's take home.
Yeah.
It's not being taxed, right?
That's after tax. So I mean, that's your net, not your gross.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
live
pretty well. Yeah, if you have a general budget and like you do,
dude. Even if you
means.
So even if let's say you had your mortgage was $2,400 a month, that's a really nice house, right? You're not in like some multi-million-dollar mansion, but you're still living a good life.
Yeah, but $2,400 if it's rent right now is a 3-bedroom house here, like.
But you're still in a house, right?
Yeah.
So
you're in a duplex.
but you still have $2,600 left over for groceries and your other bills.
Yeah.
What do you? How do you not budget?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing is like if you have a car payment, if you got credit card debt, which why would you have credit card debt if you're able to budget well?
Right.
Like,
so let's say the minimum amount they go is $10,000 per month.
That's still a buttload of money, man.
Holy crap.
That's $120K a year.
Yeah. Tax free. Right.
Yeah.
Plus,
you don't report it.
Right. Well, and they don't. Now let's say you're like, well, I'm a waitress part-time or I do nails part-time, right? Now you're making earned income credit.
I'm a student.
Earned income credit now. Well, you're making $120K a year without.
And then you get to claim the child. So then you get the head of household.
Dude, like think about this. How ridiculous is it that, so, okay, now people, some of you are going, well, he makes millions. Why can't he pay that, right? It's not about the fact that he makes millions.
It's a principle.
And it really is principle. But you think about this, okay? If you make $30,000 a month, that's $360K a year. That's $6.48 million over 18 years that goes to the mom for what? Okay, now I'm a high stakes football player. My contract is really good, right?
Then you blow out your knee.
6 months in, I blow out my knee or I injure my back and I can't play again ever. Ever. My life is over. I'm taking all that risk. I'm literally putting my entire body and life on the line for this, and you're taking advantage of it. How do you earn or get any little bit of what I have above and beyond that's at 30,000 or above and beyond $10,000 a month? How is it even plausible that your ability to get this when I'm the one that's going, look, I'm putting myself out there. You're not out there taking hits.
Yeah.
You're not going, look, I'll risk everything to become this. You're going, I had your baby. Sweet. And now I'm not trying to be mean, but like, let's all look at it legitimately. Let's say it's a police officer and he's out there dodging bullets.
Yeah.
Every time he goes out, literally dodging bullets, right? And of course it's kind of different, but whatever, right? Now, do you feel like you earn any part of what he has? Did you get? Is there?
Yeah, and I know, and I see. Here's the legal argument is that it's a percentage of your income. That's how it's based, and they try to keep it the same for anyone. I think there needs to be a cap.
100%. I mean, even if it doesn't freaking matter, there should not be. There has to be a cap. Hey, dude, over there, is there any candies?
Where?
I'm starving. Is there a little bowl? Nope, never mind. It's all right. No.
There's no bowl.
Okay. By the coffee maker, maybe?
Nope.
I am hungry. I'm eating.
I see nothing.
Okay.
You know, mint.
Where'd my snackies go, dude? I thought I had snackies
mint
everywhere.
Helps tie you over a little bit.
I know. So. I'm trying to. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. We apologize.
We can get on topic and just end this quick.
No, but I mean, this is part of the topic too. But it's just, I can't. Am I looking at this wrong? If I am, people, please let me know, because I want to know.
You know it. And I think it depends too. Like if you're financially stable, you shouldn't care about the child support.
Yeah.
You know, child support was supposed to originally be in place, and it was when it was issued, was because they saw the struggling single mom that in the 50s or 60s or 40s or whenever it was like originally introduced. And we talked about this with Ken.
Hey, you awesome one. How you doing, man?
Yeah.
No, we got to chat, so I want to shout him out.
What's up?
Thanks, dude. Thanks for being here.
And no, and so like what Ken was talking about when he was on our episode was like, when child support was originally planned to help those people out, to bring them out of the poverty situation, especially if the dad was making significantly more, which they did back then because of what they were doing, right? Their trade. So that's, but then now, like say mom's a school counselor, right? She's making about $75 a year. Dad works for XYZ company.
Construction.
And he's
Let's call it that.
105, right? Let's say he makes 105. Does dad still need to pay mom child support if the kids are split evenly?
I would say no. 100% no. Even and he's the one that's carrying the medical insurance.
Likely. Or mom, because we're being with the school district.
Either way,
if that's the case, then like reimburse mom for your portion of what you owe for medical. Like that makes sense, right? And I think that situation's more than fair, right? I think it needs to be case by case basis. It can't be the same for everyone. You cannot do child support as a blanket coverage for everyone. It just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work at all. Like at all. And they don't consider what it takes to survive also. I mean, homie's got bills. He's got to take care of his household, right? If he can't live, how is he going to work?
Well, and they think about it this way too. Say that they had 2 kids when they split. So he's making $105K. He's going to owe X amount of child support per kid. So now you took him from the bracket of where he's going to be able to live comfortably and making $105K a year. If he's now making, he's giving away, say, $1,400 a month now to child support, $700 a kid.
Yep.
Like
that's a big chunk of change.
That's a house payment.
Yeah.
So like maybe now instead of him having a house where the kids can have everything
and their own rooms,
maybe he's in a duplex. He's not going to be. He's not going to be in the street.
Well, but we're looking at like so you're taking, because of the child support, you're taking him from, hey, my kids have a room, they've got space, they've been comfortable here, to we've got to move now because I can't afford to give you what you want. I can't keep giving you whatever. I can't provide the food I can't provide the clothes I can't do this anymore because now I've got to pay for that. And cross your fingers, your mom is reaching out and doing what it takes, right?
Yeah.
And not just sending you back so I take care of it more. This could go both ways, clearly.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
100%. So we're not just saying whatever.
Well, and I could say like,
we're saying dominantly though.
As a recipient of child support, right? Like I've never like, I can't remember like go after the person and be like, you need to pay me more. I don't like that was never the goal. I didn't care about it. We went based off of whatever the judge said, and that's it. Like I don't care. And they could even say like, if I wanted more, like I don't care about it.
Yeah. If I'm comfortably supporting everything and doing what I need to, it doesn't matter. I don't need to benefit from you. And I feel like child support should be like insurance, right? Insurance is not a way to make profit. No. You're supposed to be held
Does it
liable.
help cover medical coverage? Yeah, because that's all I use it for. Yeah. That's all I use it for.
Let's talk about house insurance though. When we rebuild your home, we're not going to build it to a $700,000 house if it's only worth $250,000.
We're going to
put it right.
Rebuild it. Yeah.
It's illegal to make a profit.
It's called subrogation, like being returned to the point of loss, right?
Well, subro's when you get your money back.
Yeah, money back.
I always forget the term, and I used to say it all the time.
It's subrogation. It's not subrogation. It's a
no.
Yeah. Dang it.
I know. It's okay. Our brains stop working after work.
I know. I like turn it off, and I'm like, I'm not working right now. You said insurance, but all of a sudden I'm like, nope, can't turn that back on.
But everybody is always like, well, I want like $700,000 for my house, and I'm like, man, it's only $350,000 to rebuild it.
You're not allowed to make money off of the deal.
No, and it should be the same way for child support. You aren't there to make money off of your ex.
No.
No matter how you look at it. I don't care how much they're making. They are not there to supply and finance your life. They're there to go, look, this is for my child, to make sure my child's taken care of. It's basic. And then both of you, since you're on the same terms and the same way, now you're both going, look, we're equal.
Yeah.
We can parent together better.
And I'll preface it this way though, like as long as you have the kid's best interest in mind and your behaviors and your actions and the way you've living is trying to bring that into place.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense. Because, like, you got one parent that's, like, a deadbeat, and then you have the other one that's trying super hard. Maybe that one's the one that's successful or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The deadbeat just like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to just live this way and this is how it's going to be. It's going to be really hard for, like, the other parent to be like, I'm doing all what I'm supposed to do and, like, keeping this, and you're not holding up your end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Like, and then that gets tough. But
I don't know, man. Some people, that's their hustle, right?
yeah.
Back in the world wars, some of the hustles was, hey, I want to get out of where I am and get to somebody who was in the States.
Yeah.
When you join the military and your basic training, they go, look, don't marry a stripper. They legitimately
Yeah.
they tell you that
Yeah.
because you go off post and that's where most guys go first, and they fall in love with the strippers and they get married and that's that. And
She's
it's
paying rent in ones and telling you that she's babysitting.
dude, it's crazy. But I mean, like, let's be real. I would legit have Michael Jackson's babies for $30,000 a month.
I don't care what they say and whatever Apple says, men can't get pregnant.
They can't. Their emojis are, it's totally wrong.
Dude, I know. That's a whole nother tangent that I could get on right now. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. I just think of it as, I see the pregnant man emoji and I'm like, oh, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, freaking, yeah. So
Sorry.
I thought that I read this, and maybe I was wrong, but I thought I read that Kanye bought a house literally next door to Kim.
Yes, he did.
Just to be closer to his kids.
That's what he says. I'm on the fence about this.
Who knows what the
I would
motivation
think
is?
that he's like trying to live rent free in their head too. Kanye's kind of a wackadoodle.
Dude, he's smart too.
Yeah,
But he's
he's
smart.
kind of a wackadoodle too.
I feel like, though, okay.
He's got some mental health issues, and I hope there's people in his circle that are trying to get him sorted out. But like at the same time, he's trying for his kids too. Like, you see what he says, and like I will stand by and defend his argument that he made about his daughter being 8 years old and kind of being pimped out on Instagram by her mom.
Yeah, well, that's because that's all Kim knows.
Yeah.
That's her livelihood.
She was Kim. I mean, and just to use the analogy, I'm not saying she is one. I would equate her upbringing to being a show dog.
I feel like that's how her mom treated her.
Yeah.
I mean, the second that the sex tape got out, that's when she blew up.
Yeah.
And that's when everyone's like, oh, we're going to follow, we're going to do this, whatever. It's crazy, man. It's totally crazy.
Yeah. But no, I know that Kanye did buy the house next to him. He did say for his kids, and if that's genuinely the case, so he can see, like, physically see them, great.
More
Like,
power to him. I feel like that's awesome. As a dad, yes. If we could all afford that, you know how amazing that would be.
and I hope
Gosh,
that if
that'd
he
be
has
cool.
to pay child support to Kim, he's got checks and they've got his picture on them.
Kim's getting child support from somebody else.
I know she is.
Kim has millions
Oh.
and has a business going. Why would any judge go, oh, you need more? No. Kim can completely support
because the
herself
law
anybody else.
no, it's because the law exists.
Let's bring the doctor up here.
That's why. That's purely why. It's because the law exists.
Dude, it's not even logical. Not even logical.
Now you know why everybody's like clamoring for reform in family court.
And that's legitimately it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are situations where we absolutely agree. Yes, child support's necessary. A necessity.
absolutely.
All of those words.
Necessary.
Necessitation.
Necessarily a necessity.
Yeah, it really is too. The N words.
But yeah,
The good N words. I don't want people saying we're racist. We're not. Yeah. But no, I mean, it's crazy, dude. I mean, it just blows me away.
no, and we could go off on Kanye again, but I
Well,
think
no,
like,
well, if Kanye has a good group around him, then great. Maybe he's surrounding himself with people that he wants to be like, or has values that he wants to follow. Maybe he is, and
don't
I mean, he got in a church group for a while, right? Maybe
and
he's
then-
still in, and maybe they're still helping him.
I heard his newest single, just because I saw it released, and I'm like, nope, he went petty, and he started ripping on Kim in one of his songs,
Oh,
and called his kids spoiled rich kids. And granted, he was using it in the context of that's how they're being raised while at her house, but he was still calling his kids spoiled rich kids.
there's Jackie Chan told his kids they weren't getting anything, none of his money. And not to be mean, but because he wanted them to learn how to work and earn.
Shaq did the same thing.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But Shaq said, he said, look, if you don't get like a degree or whatever, you get nothing. He wanted them to learn how to do it because Shaq, while he was playing, got his degree, bought multiple businesses, and he actually has more going for him now.
Shaq,
He was smart
Shaq
about
was in a military family, and like that. His story, I like
It's
Shaq.
weird to think
I'm a
that-
Shaq fan.
It's really cool. Like you listen to him talk and you're like, the guy's got to be dumber than a rock. And he freaking is amazing. It's really impressive. Really impressive, actually.
He's just a giant human being.
Mm-hmm.
With a really, I mean,
Well, it's like Andre the Giant.
Yeah. I like Andre.
Oh, me too. He was
I
such a
miss
good
Andre.
guy.
Yeah.
But so with people surrounding Kanye, hopefully they're bleeding off on him. Does that make sense?
Oh, it totally makes sense.
So last week we talked about people who push you and help move you in the direction of your goals, because ultimately we become, or we pick up traits from people that we surround ourselves with.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a question that has to be asked, Ryan.
Sure.
What is it? What do you think?
Are you who you surround yourself with?
I think that's an age-old question. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
And I mean, our parents always said it. Always said it growing up.
Oh, absolutely. Like
You are who you're
or you hear
associated
like,
with.
oh, if your friends all jumped off a cliff, would you jump too?
Right?
Yeah.
But no, go ahead. That's right.
No, I mean, because I look at it from the biblical aspect, like Jesus hanging with the tax collectors. He was with,
Prostitutes.
prostitutes. He was with the guys, and his disciples were flunkies from seminary. They were fishermen, which were uneducated and the low man on the totem pole. Like all kinds of these people that like were seen as the least of these and of society. But did he become one of them too?
He was clearly strong enough to not.
Well, he's the son of God, so
Well, yeah, I mean, really, he's perfect.
He's pretty secure
I
in
think
who
he's
he
kind
was.
of a bad example.
But no, I like the example though too, because he knew who he was, and so he had very strong convictions and understood the assignment, right? Like he knew what he was about, and he was like trying to get other people to be about it too. So like, or was he such a strong influence that he pulled the people around him out of their rut and raised the bar?
You know
for
what I
them?
think happened in that situation is that it wasn't that he hung out with them; they hung out with him.
They wanted to be around him.
Yeah.
He would call them out, and he'd be like, "Hey, you're coming with me."
Mhm.
Am I? All right. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
but are we? I mean, and that's
It's like Forrest Gump jumping out of the boat, like see Lieutenant Dan on the dock.
Mhm.
That's my boat. But yeah, no, but like, I mean, it's 2022. Are we keeping solid company? Like, are we around people that we should be around?
well. And a side note of that, as parents, are we having our children understand the same concept? Right?
Absolutely.
We're single parents.
Yeah.
If you're dating, unless you're married, you're a single parent. That's how I look at it. I'm sorry, because typically that other person's not raising their kids yet.
No.
Right? They're involved, but they're not raising their kids yet.
I get it. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, are we doing that? Are we allowing our kids or ourselves to be influenced by Instagram wannabes?
So like, here's the deal: dads with daughters. I'm gonna ask you a question right now.
That's
If you've got that one buddy that's kind of a skis ball, you know what I'm talking about, like the kind of dirtbag that hits on anything that moves.
Yeah.
You know, he'll slide into DMs on Instagram and stuff like that.
Keep going.
You gonna have that guy around your daughter and trust him?
That's a no. I'm a daddy daughter. I'm a daughter daddy. Daddy.
You're
Daddy. I have a daughter.
Yeah.
How do you say that?
You're a girl dad.
I'm a girl dad.
There you go.
I'm a girl dad. I love my
Yeah.
daughter. She's amazing too.
Yeah, but like, so I mean,
She just
would
did her
you-
taxes
Sweet.
all by herself.
Good for her.
Big girl taxes.
Oh.
I know. Nobody claimed her.
So she's like realizing that, like, real life slapping her in the face a little
No,
bit.
she loved it.
Oh.
She was like, "This is great. This is the most I've ever gotten back ever."
Oh, that's
Because
cool.
I had her doing her taxes from like younger age to
Yeah.
show her how easy it was.
Okay.
Sorry,
Not to be afraid
I'm
of
so
doing
proud of her,
taxes.
dude. It's so
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome.
But no, like, but again, yeah, are we letting our kids being influenced by Instagram and YouTubers?
Yeah.
Right? Are we ourselves being influenced that way? Because the more of what we surround ourselves and associate with, we become for sure.
You know, the prostitutes or like hood rats, narcissists, people that you might surround yourself with, focused on the material or like being emotionally abusive or whatever to people. Like, why would you want to bring that into your circle?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I love prostitutes. That's awesome. That really is.
Proud of you for that one.
Dude, I actually am very proud of you for that one. I was like, yes, prostitutes? You just made a new word.
Well, I was going to say, like, you know,
Prostitution.
but like you could look at prostitution. I like it. That's funny. Deuce Bigelow.
Dudes that put out for protein shakes.
Dude, like, you're just,
Prostitutes.
you know, I mean, like, are we really changing those people around them, or are they changing us? Like, it's like boiling the frog, right? If you just throw a frog in boiling water, it's going to jump back out. But if you let it in there and you like slowly turn the heat up degree by degree,
It's just chilling.
yeah, it's just going to sit in there like a hot tub until eventually it's cooked.
Yeah.
And so, if we can't shape the people around us or change the people around us, like, should we be associating ourselves with them? I'm posing a really.
I know you
there's
are.
a lot of people,
and I want people to think about it too, because like, really,
you're convicting me. Knock it off.
if you aren't going towards your goals, if it's not moving in that direction, I always teach my kids every time, before you make a decision, go look, where do I want to be? Does this take me closer or further away from it?
Yeah.
And that's really it with everything in life. That's what you have to do, and go, look, is this doing this for me? Yes or no? And if it's a no, then you don't do it, because clearly you're going to backslide.
So I think of like the millionaire mindset, like, or millionaire habits.
Yep.
It's like, if you're making $30K a year and you hang around a group of millionaires, you're eventually going to become one too.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully
Hopefully
you're not
you're going
that
to come up
guy.
with ideas. Maybe you'll be making 150K instead of 30K.
But maybe hopefully you're not that guy that's like, I need to buy these guys what they have. I need to live at that level also.
Yeah.
You've got to be smart about it too, because most millionaires don't go out and go crazy.
No.
They're not your Kardashians. They're not your whatever. They just blow money.
They're driving the 78 Ford pickup running around town and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like, they're under your nose.
Which is absolutely true. Yeah. That's crazy.
So like, that's what I mean, like, about the group of people that you're with, or your circle, or your community. What is the goal of that community that you're in? Like, have you ever had like the conversation about like, why are we friends?
Or are you guys, well, I mean, you don't need to have the why are we friends conversation, but it's
To yourself, the inner monologue of like,
yeah, exactly. Not with them, of course, but but you have to go, hey man, do we have the same ideals? Are we of the same heart? Is a good question to ask, right? I mean, so for me, Lang and Monica, best friends, right? I love them to death. Lang's a father, but his kids are out of the house, right? So they live like single parents or single people. And for me, going to their house and spending the time in community with them and just, loving on them or whatever, not that way. We're not like that. But we do. I mean, we're huggers.
Not the polyamorous one that you were talking about earlier.
But we are huggers, right? So like being around them is where I kind of level set sometimes, Their house it's a free place to be. I don't have to worry about a thing.
Yeah.
It's safe. So I get to go there and just be Tristan without kids. Even if my kids are there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can just be that person and go, it's okay, I can relax. It's like my vacation from parental duties.
No, I like that though.
Right? And that's why we love having single friends, but we also have to go, these single friends aren't going to understand that, I'm not going to go out and go crazy partying and drinking with them.
Yeah.
Because my priorities have to be my kids as they are. Until my kids are out of the house, then I guess I can be crazy. If I'm that way, I don't know.
But even then, you're still modeling. So like,
well, I was never into that life anyway. So.
Yeah. But your job never stops as when you're modeling for your kids.
But the best part is like when your kids move out and they start having their own life, I get to change my dynamic to being their friend and their parent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to parent them the entire time. I'm not going to come down on them, whatever. Now it's your life. You get to screw it up how you want to. I'm going to be your parent when you need it, but I'm going to be your friend majority of the time. And, if you're screwing up stuff and not paying your bills, whatever, I'm going to call you out on that crap. That's a given.
And I think that poses the question, because I look at it from obviously the biblical aspect, like, what is a disciple, right? And it's somebody that's growing in the mindset of Christ, like in a relational environment.
Mm-hmm.
So like, take that theory, but just into friendship, right? So if I'm going to be like knowing what you're about and who you are, and like we hang out and do this, like I have to have the mindset of like, we're in a relational environment.
Yep.
So I have to be growing in who I am as a person to be around you. Mm-hmm. And you hopefully have kind of the same, vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Like you have the same feeling. So if you have that relationship in your life with your friends and you have that understanding, like you guys are always going to be continually growing in who you are. Like the level of trust goes through the roof.
Well, that's how every relationship should be, though.
Absolutely.
Is that you're always growing together.
Well, it should be that way in marriage, too.
And if it's a season of change, maybe someone grows apart, but that's okay because that's part of the season of change.
Yeah.
You'll find your roots. Lang and Monica, my roots. Junior's my roots. I've got these people that make up the roots of where I'm at, and you've become a root that's come in from a different bush, I guess, and now you're just
it's like
wrapping yourself
the
around
root
me.
grew out and then like sprouted
a Ryan tree.
Yeah.
Someone planted
So
a seed.
I'm like
in
a
it.
blackberry bush.
Yeah, you're doing. I love blackberry. It's being from Oregon. I love blackberries. Oh my gosh,
Marion berries.
my nose itches. Anyways, but yeah, like you should always be growing together.
Yeah.
And that's how a relationship is, right? It's a great thing to be. But again, I mean, like, like Lane and Monica love to go out and party and have fun. They know I'm not totally into it.
Sure.
I'll go out sometimes with them and make sure that they're safe and all that
and
stuff. And there's nothing wrong with going out and partying. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Right?
And also if you're responsible, like, and there's nothing wrong with knowing that your friend doesn't go out and party, so you don't have to like shoehorn them into what you do.
Yeah. And I mean, there's times where I'm like, dude, let's go to Moye. And if I got the freedom, I'm going to go out there and have fun and party it up and be crazy Tristan and, run around in a freaking, what's a minion onesie.
Minion onesie. I was going to say your little booty shorts that you had hanging up for a
They're
while.
on your side.
Yeah, they're over here now.
They're there. Yeah. But no, like, dude, I went to Moya one year and I ran around in a minion onesie and just didn't care and had fun. And everybody loved the freaking minion onesie. And it was a blast. And,
Was it Kevin or Bob?
I don't know. It was just a random minion onesie that I could find.
Okay.
And it was just super comfy. And I was like, it was a great time. But, that's Moya for you. It's how it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't go insane. I didn't get crazy drunk. I didn't do anything stupid. I just enjoyed my time because I don't need alcohol to be weird. I'm kind of a weird dude in the first place.
Well, and like your friends probably weren't like, "Oh, come on, Tristan, just have one, just let loose a little bit,
Oh, well, I mean, it's here's the fireball and you touched it.
Yeah.
Now you got a drink.
No drink.
But it does take me a lot to get me going. But I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't want it.
Like my mom used to say, like garbage in, garbage out, and. If the folks that we're around, don't believe the same as what I hold dear, what I believe, or what I think, like, it's going to be easier for me to compromise on things that were probably once a non-negotiable.
Absolutely. It's like swearing.
Yeah.
Right? So
heck. And the next thing you know, you're saying hell. And the next thing you know, it's like, God.
Dude, it was the first time I said the F-bomb in front of Monica. She posted it on Facebook. Because I don't swear. I bleep it out. My magic bleeps, right?
Yeah.
And I automatically cut it. And so one time I said it and she was like, oh, I'm telling your mom, and got on Facebook because I don't swear. So all of my friends are always like, come on, do it. Just say it. Just say it. And I'm like, it's not really who I am. Although the more I hang with my friends like Junior, because Junior has no filter, right?
Yeah.
And it's just
as you've heard in episodes
previous, and he'll be back on. I promise he will be. But like, he doesn't mean to. It's not like he's just
it was part of his environment.
Yeah, it's just and that's really what it is, right? So like, I don't fault him. I don't care. But for me, if I'm around him, I'll start saying other words that aren't like the F double bomb word.
The F dash word.
Yeah, really. I'm not a big fan of that. That I don't know. I'm not a fan of the word. I can say like the other stuff.
It makes you sound ignorant because it's one adjective. Like you can't come up with any other adjective but the F word.
Like it's weird because like mother effer.
Yeah.
I always said a lot, but it's capital EFFER,
or
right? I don't say the F word.
I'll say frick.
I'll say mother effer, right? And to me, that seems less
or like you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Yeah, I'm like, what the F?
French toast.
F, right?
Fart nugget.
But it's EFF.
Fart knockers.
And my friends know it's EFF.
Youth group kids know what I'm talking about. You say fart knocker.
I used to use fart knocker all the time. I love that term. It's just, but it is. The more you're around people like that, the more you're apt to start swearing more. And I swear more.
Yeah. So if we allow the behaviors that we don't agree with to exist around us, is it possible that we might see those behaviors start to bubble up?
Well, let's talk about my diet, right? I'm trying to lose weight. I want to get down to 225. And I'm doing great at it, right? But I went to celebrate the state cheer competitions and I enjoyed that and had fun. Did I follow my diet? No. Did I eat everything? Every freaking thing in sight. I ate all the sugars. I ate all the candies. I had frozen yogurt. I had cake. I went to breakfast.
Did you go to good restaurants down there?
Maybe I went to one that was like a little hole in the wall, and it was all right. I forgot the name of it.
Okay. You didn't go
it was in
Bacon?
Nampa.
Oh, Nampa. Is it Brick 29? Because that place is bomb.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I should have hit you
so
up. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, it was just trying to find a place because it was like a Sunday morning or a Saturday morning. Everything was packed, but it was good. But like, I was like, I'm throwing caution. I don't give a crap. Give me pancakes. Give me a freaking chicken fried steak. Give me coffee.
Yeah.
Like I ate I ate everything. It was awful. I had McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's because I think they're gross, but it was like,
Yeah, I'm
I was
just
hungry.
road trip mode. And you don't really
Yeah.
care. Like you're like it's
Dude,
fast, whatever.
I had like 2 packs of muffins, Costco muffins in the back, chocolate on chocolate. It was flipping ridiculous. And it was because I was in an environment where I was like, I didn't think about my goals.
You were White Goodman at the end of
Dude,
dodgeball.
my milkshake brought all of them to the yard.
Chuck Norris.
But no, I mean, like I went to town. I went crazy. I didn't care. Pizza, it didn't matter. Like we always kind of free up our morals and our values a little bit and compromise on accident because it's fun.
Yeah.
Like when I hang out with Lang, I don't mind drinking it up a bit. Heck yeah, I'll have 4 or 5 of those freaking sparkly, delicious, girly drinks that are lovely with a freaking frou-frou umbrella in it. Give me that.
Have a hard seltzer.
Dude, I could probably drink like 12 Moscow Mules in a row and be like, I love this.
I like Moscow
I
Mules.
freaking love mules.
I don't drink anymore, but I love Moscow Mules.
I know they're so delicious. If I
I
go to a
gotta
restaurant,
figure out a way to make I know how to make a knockoff one. Okay.
well, ginger beer is easy.
Ginger beer and then tonic water and lime.
I almost feel like maybe a Sprite might be a little better.
Tonic has that like bitterness.
Do you think?
that you get
I love
from-
tonic water by itself.
that you get from vodka. It's kind of
You
the
know
same
me.
finish. Yeah.
Oh, no, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Ginger beer,
I flipping love
tonic
ginger
water,
beer.
lime.
If anybody knows of a really good ginger beer, please let me know.
Oh,
I try all of them.
I'm not a fan of the Reds one. It's way too strong.
Cock and Bull's the best.
Yes. I
It
agree.
is hands down. It's the best.
I had one that was like extra strong ginger. It was
Safeway
hardcore.
Select. They have. I sound stupid. Safeway Select's ginger beer it's like drinking pepper.
Yeah.
It is hardcore.
There's one that I have. It was like in a green can. I want to see if it's like Reds or whatever.
No, that's the Jamaican
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
I've had that one. That's yeah, but
it's hardcore.
it's spicy on the back, dude. It's like Jim Carrey. In
I
the
like my
mask.
parents had it at their house, like because my dad likes the ginger for his stomach, and he's like, I'm like, oh sweet ginger ale. I took one for the road. It was. I'm like,
This is not ginger ale. This is real man's ginger beer.
like blew a fireball. Like driving.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So like going back to it, like, is our circle allowing us to make excuses, and are they calling us out for our shortcomings? So are they on the same page with who we are, what we want?
Well, and as parents, we want to also consider the fact that that we really are surrounding ourselves with good examples of good parents, right?
Yeah.
If you feel like you're falling short, if you are worried about how well you're doing, be around parents you admire.
Look at your community. Absolutely. Look at the people you surround yourself with. You know, it's like, is your circle or your community, are they helping or hindering? Like, so if you want to be somewhere, like say you're an alcoholic, are you going to go hang out with all the friends that drink all the time?
No, if you're trying not to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, if you're trying not to. And they're openly like drinking in front of you. And that
But
is
if
an
you
issue.
are an alcoholic, you'll want to be around those friends because they're not going to call you out.
Yeah.
They're not going to go, dude, what's going on with you?
They're probably supportive. Like, and I mean, if I say the times when I drank and had a friend, that was really weird. Like one of those weird
That was a
gurgly
guttural.
burps.
You're practicing for your new band.
It's like Chewbacca hanging out in the back of my throat.
That's all right.
But no, like, I mean, when I did drink, like if I had a friend and I did have a couple that, you know, were recovering alcoholics and, you know, like I knew that I wasn't going to like go crack beers around them. Like I wasn't going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey man, what's up? Like you want Dr. Pepper? Yeah, dude. Or like, you know, whatever, like sunflower seeds or whatever they've got to do. Like, I mean, a lot of them had their different things to like advices, but like, yeah, I mean, you didn't want to have them give in to what they would be a tripping point. That's just what a good friend would do. You know?
We have to be cognizant of that and help each other out. I mean, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
We need to stop this whole idea that self is better than community. Yeah. And I don't mean that in like go get a COVID test or go get an injection. It's that we care about each other.
Yeah.
And I care enough to respect your feelings and your wishes about your whatever you're doing. And you care enough to respect mine too.
And I care enough to like, I see somebody out on their own to go seek somebody out and be like, hey, like you need to be, I know I got a good group of people. Like we hang out. Like, do you want to come over and like play some board games or like come over and have a barbecue? I'm throwing like,
let's shoot some pool.
Yeah. Throwing a pork shoulder on the Traeger next weekend. You want to come over and that type of stuff. I mean, like include people that you see out there. Cause those fringe people, you never know, are the ones that could be like the tightest people in your circle. They've been waiting for that opportunity.
That's so true.
And I don't know. And that kind of goes down another rabbit trail, but I mean, you know, it's all about like, are we raising or lowering the bar for the people around us? I mean, like, let's ask yourself honestly that question. And if you're lowering the bar for people, like, you can change that. Like, you know, that's an easy adjustment that you can go to your friend. And how powerful it would be to go to your friends and be like, "Yeah, I just want to apologize to you. Like, I know that like you quit chewing, and I know that every time I like sit there and I'll start tapping the can and like packing that can and I throw a dip in, and I can only imagine that it's super hard for you. I'm gonna be cognizant next time. I'm gonna get the grinds.
I'm gonna try. At least try.
I'm gonna get the grinds pouches, if anything, and I'll have those around you.
And that way you don't hear that thump. It doesn't get to that behavior. Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you need the oral fixation or whatever, like you can still, but like try to be cognizant of the people around you if they're trying to like go work through something. Like it's being not being selfish, it's selflessness.
I agree.
So that's what I got.
Hey, so smash the like button, give us a follow on YouTube. Help us out a little bit. Let's get the algorithm going or whatever we gotta do. We don't know what we're doing on this side, honestly. We're just dudes.
We're here
hanging out. Yeah, whatever. But we're trying. So hit us up. Man, give us some topic ideas too. I have some that are kind of in the background that we're going to work on, but get at us.
Yeah, I know that we had a listener reach out a couple weeks ago talking about little wife, little husband syndrome. That one might be a fun topic.
Oh, that's intriguing.
It's if you read up about it, that's bananas.
Oh, wow. We'll do some research. We'll do some homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit us up. So I think for this week.
Yeah, I'm Ryan.
I'm Tristan.
Thanks for joining us.
And this is Dadvocacy. If I can make it end.
Do we stop streaming?
I don't know.